Okay, so happiness. Who doesn't want more of that, right?
Yeah, I feel like everyone's chasing it, right?
Like it's the Holy Grail or
Might
something.
definitely.
So we thought, instead of just like hoping for happiness to magically appear,
Mm,
what if we like really got into what makes people happy?
absolute.
So we did a deep dive into some fascinating research.
A deep dive.
Exactly. All about the science behind it. The
Awesome.
science of happiness, how to boost your mood. Sounds pretty good,
It
right?
sounds right up our alley.
And this isn't just about like cheesy feel-good stuff. We're
Hmm.
talking like real legit
Real
science.
science. Yeah.
Psychology, biology, all that jazz.
Yeah, the nitty gritty.
Exactly. But don't worry, we'll explain it all in like a normal way.
Yeah, definitely. No jargon here.
So, first off, we were really struck by this whole field of like positive
Yeah.
psychology. Had you heard much about that before?
I'd heard the term, but didn't really know what it was all about.
Me neither.
Yeah.
But basically, it's this whole branch of psychology that focuses on like the good stuff
Yeah, okay.
instead of just dwelling on the bad.
So, like, happiness and strengths and all that.
Yeah.
What makes life, worth living.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. No more dwelling on what's wrong, bring on the good vibes. Yeah,
Sign me up.
exactly. And one of the most interesting things we found was that, you know how people are always talking about, like, happiness genes and stuff?
Yeah, like you're either born happy or you're not.
Right. But turns out it's way more complex than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, happiness, it's like this formula,
Oh, a formula.
but not a simple one,
Yeah, right.
It's like part genetics, part environment, and get this,
Right.
part stuff we can actually control.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's not all predetermined.
Nope. So, like, even if you weren't, like, blessed with all the happy genes,
Yeah, yeah.
you can still learn to be happier.
That's actually really empowering.
Right. It's not just fate. It's like, we have choices. I like that. So what are some of the things we can do to, like, boost our happiness levels?
Well, get this. One of the simplest but apparently most powerful things is gratitude.
Gratitude.
Yeah, like actually practicing gratitude.
Not just, like, feeling grateful.
Nope, more than that. It's like actively noticing and appreciating the good stuff.
Okay, so, like, more than just saying thank you when someone holds the door.
Exactly. Think like keeping a gratitude journal.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
So there was this study, right, in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology,
Okay.
and they had people write gratitude letters for just 3 weeks.
Just 3 weeks.
Yeah. And guess what?
Wow.
Their happiness levels went way up, and it lasted for months.
Really? Months.
Yeah, no, wild, right?
That's pretty amazing.
And I can actually relate to that. I tried that gratitude journaling thing a while back,
Yeah.
and honestly, I was surprised by how much it shifted my perspective.
So it actually worked.
It did. Never realized it could have, like, such long-term effects, though.
It makes sense, though, doesn't it? When you focus on what you're grateful for, you're not dwelling on all the negative stuff.
Totally. And it makes you appreciate the little things,
The simple things.
which, let's be honest, are often the best things, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so gratitude is big. What else can we do?
All right, so this one might sound a little woo-woo, but hear me out.
Okay, I'm listening.
Mindfulness and meditation.
Oh, okay. I've heard a lot about those, but haven't really tried them.
Yeah, I used to think it was all a bit, out there.
Yeah, a little too new agey.
Totally. But then I started reading about the science behind it.
There's science behind it.
Oh, yeah, big time. Turns out mindfulness can actually change your brain.
Seriously?
Yeah, like literally change the structure.
Wow. How so?
Well, studies have shown that it increases gray matter in the areas of the brain associated with like self-awareness and emotional control
That's amazing.
and meditation, which is like a type of mindfulness training. It can reduce stress, improve focus, even boost your immune system.
No way. So
Yeah.
it's not just about sitting on a mountaintop chanting.
Nope. Mindfulness is just about being present right here, right now.
Just being in the moment.
Exactly. And you can do it anywhere, anytime, like washing dishes, walking the dog.
Oh, okay. So even during everyday stuff.
Yeah. Even like enjoying that first sip of coffee in the morning
Oh.
can be mindfulness if you really pay attention.
I like that. It makes it seem more, like, accessible.
Totally. And the more you do it, the easier it gets.
Cool. Okay, so gratitude, mindfulness. What else?
All right, this one might seem obvious, but it's so important.
Okay, hit me.
Social connection.
Social connection.
Yeah, like spending time with people you care about.
Oh, right. Friends, family, that kind of thing.
Exactly. It sounds simple, but honestly, humans are wired for connection.
We're social creatures, yeah.
And all the research shows that having strong social relationships is like one of the biggest keys to happiness.
Makes sense. I know I always feel better after hanging out with friends.
Me too.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be like a big thing. Even just a quick phone call with someone you love can totally lift your mood.
Totally. It's about feeling connected.
Yeah. And it's not just about like having a ton of friends either.
Right. Quality over quantity.
Exactly. It's about having those deep, meaningful connections where you feel like really seen and understood.
Absolutely. Those relationships where you can truly be yourself.
Totally. Okay, so we've got connecting with others. But what about connecting with like ourselves?
Ourself.
Yeah, like taking care of our physical well-being.
Oh, right, right.
Because that plays a huge role too, right?
Absolutely. It's all connected.
And one of the best things we can do for our physical and mental health is, you guessed it,
Let me guess. Exercise.
bingo.
I knew it. Had to be in there somewhere.
Right. And I know for some people, exercise is like a chore.
A necessary evil.
But honestly, I'm one of those weirdos who actually enjoys it.
You do.
I do. I always feel so much better afterwards.
Well, that makes it easier to stick with it.
Totally. And the cool thing is, it doesn't have to be like hardcore gym session.
Right. Right.
Even just a walk in nature, a dance class, anything that gets you moving can do wonders.
Totally. So exercise for the win. Anything else?
Let me think. Oh. You know what else makes a huge difference?
What's that?
Sleep and good food.
Sleep and food. The essentials.
Right. But seriously, they're like the foundation of well-being.
Yeah, you can't really function without them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when we don't get enough sleep or we're eating a bunch of junk,
It shows.
it really does.
Yeah.
Our mood tanks, we can't focus, we're more irritable.
Yeah, it's not a pretty picture.
Nope. And, even just making one small change, like going to bed 30 minutes earlier, can make a surprisingly big difference.
Small changes, big impact. I like that.
So basically everything's connected, right?
Totally. Mind, body, social connections. It all plays into our happiness.
And the best part is we have way more control over it than we think.
That's a great takeaway.
So there you have it, folks, your happiness toolkit, straight from the science books. Gratitude, mindfulness, social connections, exercise, sleep, and good food.
Your recipe for a happier life.
Exactly. And hey, you don't have to do everything at once.
Right. Start small. Pick one or two things that resonate with you and see how they work.
Yeah, make it a habit, Like anything else, it takes practice.
But it's worth it.
So what are you waiting for? Go out there and create your own happiness.
You've got this.